Hello, me again. This is another one of my video logs. I'm just going to place you in a cup here to hold the camera up. Yeah, so anyway, today it's been a fun day. I had vampires attack me, as you could probably see. Got one there and one on that side. Yeah, the dreaded blood tests. So usually it takes about 5, 6, maybe 7 attempts for them to take blood from my veins. Today it only took 2 attempts, so that was quite good. Because with Marfan Syndrome, I have very stretchy veins and very weak veins, and they tend to collapse a lot when the nurses try and stick needles in. And it can also be hard to find a vein. Even though with Marfan Syndrome, if you have a look, I don't know if you can see there on my hand, the veins are quite clear and pop out quite a lot, but as soon as they go near it with a needle, disappears. I think that might be to do with stress maybe or something. But yeah, it can be quite awkward getting blood from a Marfan patient at times. But yeah, but it was a fasting blood test, so I had to starve myself for 10 hours. Now, most people would be like, that's not too bad, no food for 10 hours, that's not too bad. For me, it is, because I eat a lot. Because with Marfan Syndrome, I have a very, very fast metabolism. So basically food goes in one end and then 5-10 minutes later I'm hungry again. This morning I got back from the doctors, I don't know if you can see, straight away, bacon butties, because I am starving. If I don't eat regularly, like I tend to snack a lot through the day. I probably shouldn't be snacking on things like crisps and bacon butties all the time, because it's probably not healthy for the cholesterol or the heart. I do tend to try and swap out for healthy snacks, so I swap crisps for banana chips maybe sometimes, but if I don't eat every so often, like through the day, I probably eat almost every hour, maybe more than that. I'm always shoving something in my mouth, food wise. But if I don't eat like that, I get very hungry. My stomach starts having a go at me, growling at me like, feed me, what are you doing, woman? And then I feel faint sometimes and weak, so I have to keep my energy levels up and my blood sugar and everything like that, because I've noticed when I don't eat, I run out of energy quite a lot. So this morning when I got up, because I couldn't have breakfast and I couldn't have my morning cup of tea, I was just like, oh God. I managed to get up to the doctors and get in there and get the blood test done and get back okay, but I was like I was like very tired, very sleepy still, but now I'm back and I'm getting some food in me and a nice cup of tea, I feel a bit better. But then, but it's not been a fun month for me, really. I've had, fun couple of months, really. I've had non-stop doctor's appointments, hospital appointments, for my hip. As you've probably seen in some of my other videos, I did some videos on that before. Last night I had incredible hip pain, and it's still a bit painful this morning. It's a bit better this morning, but and I've been very fatigued lately, so today the blood test was because I've been feeling very fatigued lately and I've been getting very faint and passing out. Like, I've been falling asleep whilst crossing roads, which isn't very safe, you know. My fiance has had to pull me out of the road because I've nearly been hit by like cars and buses, because I've just la-di-da-di-da across the road and in the middle of the road, you know. It's not safe. I've also, sometimes it can be comical though, like when I fall asleep in the supermarket, you know. I'm pushing around the trolley and my fiance goes to the next aisle to grab something. He comes back and I'm there slumped over the trolley asleep. So, and he's had to wake me up, and it can be quite comical at times, but falling asleep in the middle of the road, that's not comical, that's quite dangerous. Not just for me, for other people, for like the motorists, you know. They come around the corner, see me there napping in the road and nearly have a heart attack and slam on their brakes. But yeah, so basically, now with Marfan Syndrome, fatigue is part of that. I've always had fatigue, but like, because I was born with Marfan Syndrome, I've grown up with it and I've learnt to deal with it. I've learnt to cope with the fatigue. Now, when I was younger, when I was a kid, I used to get probably fatigue probably once every couple of weeks, where I'd just be totally knackered for a day or two and just like relax for a day or two, and then I'm up and about again and I'm fine. But lately, it's, if I were to do something like a bit of housework, like if I were to go and mop my floors, I'd mop one floor and then feel like I was going to pass out and I'd need to sit down and take a nap for a few minutes, then get up, mop the next floor, have to sit down, take a rest, have a nap for a few minutes, you know, which isn't normal for me. And the thing is, with Marfan Syndrome, growing up with it, I know the problems of Marfan Syndrome. I know what the pain feels like, I know what the fatigue feels like, and I know when something's different with my body and when something isn't right. So, you know, this to me isn't right, and so I've been going to the doctor. I've said to the doctor about it before, because it all started after my heart operation in 2013, and you know, then I thought, oh, you know, I'm recovering from heart surgery, it's just a side effect of that, it'll clear up once I've recovered, you know. But it didn't clear up. 3-4 years on, I'm still falling asleep, I'm getting very forgetful, it's getting worse. There are things that my brain just goes on shutdown mode, and it's like I do strange things. Like, one day I went into the kitchen to make a cup of tea, and I went to the fridge to get the milk out, but instead of getting the milk out of the fridge, I picked up a roll of bin bags from the top of the fridge, thinking it was the milk, then walked over to my teacup, trying to pour milk into the teacup from these bin bags, and then I'm stood there looking at the bin bags thinking, why is the milk not coming up? And I'm stood there very confused for a minute or two, going, what's going on, you know? And then it hit me, hang on a minute, this isn't the milk, you know. So it's sometimes quite comical, but then it can be quite worrying for me, because, you know, you know, all of us have them brain farts occasionally, you know, it's a normal thing. We have a little brain fart, forget things, you know. forget where you put your keys, forget where you put the TV remote. You know, people have that, it's a normal part of life, but when it happens very often, you know, that's not normal. So I've mentioned it to my doctor a few times. I've been to the doctor and they've just said, oh, you're fine, you know. They did send me for a sleep apnea, I think last year, sleep apnea test. So I had to, they were watching me sleep kind of thing, a bit creepy, but yeah. But that will come back clear. I don't have sleep apnea. So I'm thinking either that test was inconclusive, it didn't go right and I need another one, or it's something else. But finally the doctors actually listened to me. I said, like, this ain't right, this is affecting my life. You know, I can't go out anymore because I have to plan everything around this fatigue thing and around my hip pain and stuff like that. Because now I can't hang out with friends as much as I used to. I get invited out by friends and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll see how I feel. Because I can't make plans. I can't say to my friend, yes, I'll be there that day, that time. Because I don't know what I'm going to be like on that day, that time. I could be too tired and in too much pain to move. So I can't make that plan with them. So I always have to leave it till last minute, and if they ring me up last minute, say, oh, can you come today? I may be able to, but it's just getting very difficult. I can't go out to town much anymore and do my shopping. I do all my shopping online because it's getting too dangerous and difficult for me to go to town. I can't go out on my own anymore, really. I always got to have someone with me, like my fiance, because in case I fall asleep, you know, he's always there to wake me up and make sure I get places safely, which is good. But yeah, it's become really difficult. But today, the blood test they took, they're going to be testing for anything that will make me feel that way, anything that will make me sleepy and forgetful, such as they're testing my thyroids, and they're testing if I'm anemic and stuff like that. But to be honest, I don't think it'll be either of those things. To be honest, I think myself it would be most probably fibromyalgia, because it's the same symptoms. And fibromyalgia is quite common with people with Marfan Syndrome. I know a lot of them have that as well. So I'm thinking it is that. So yeah, very awkward. I'm still waiting on more appointments, more results, more tests. Still waiting on the MRI or audiogram for my hip. And I'm agreeing with my physio that it's not the hip, that it's the spine. So that's quite worrying. But I'm happy for them to do all the tests on the hip, because then it rules that out. You know, so I'm happy for them to poke and prod me until they find out what is actually wrong, you know. But yeah, so it's been awkward. Very tired today, and I've got more appointments tomorrow. So today I've got to run around, do housework, and I don't know how I'm going to do that. Because I am absolutely knackered. I'll probably nap while I'm mopping or something, you know. But yeah, now I'm gonna eat my bacon butty, drink my tea, and have a dessert of painkillers. And then, oh, this is fun, I'm gonna be doing my physio. I've got all this physio to do, like exercises and things to help my hip and back and stuff. So that's gonna be fun. I might do another video later on my physio to show you what I'm doing there, because I think I'm running out of time on this video. But yeah, I just thought I'd tell you all what's been going on the past few days. So yeah, more videos later, hopefully. But thanks for watching. I'm going to get you out of the cup now so I can turn the video off. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to go and eat my bacon butty now. See you all later. Bye.